On three here with Addison Nichols, Tennessee commit. Tennessee beat out schools like North Carolina and Ohio State, numerous others, Georgia, USC, Ohio State, so many schools involved for sure. NIL, that's a new one for you guys to consider. We know you had the hashtag that went viral. We want Addison started by, Tennessee fans that went crazy on Instagram, Twitter. How much did that influence you, if at all?
It was a pretty big influence. It wasn't the biggest thing to me, but kind of seeing how interactive the fans are and how engaging they are and just how overall passionate they are about Tennessee football. There's definitely a lot of opportunity with that and with businesses through that. So it was definitely really almost one of the biggest things.
We know you guys consider depth chart, what feels like home, academics, all that. But now with the NIL in play, it's something brand new for you guys to think about. Talking about that in this interview, with the NIL legislation, there are many opportunities for you to build a powerful brand, obviously at Tennessee for you now in the future. Talk about using that platform creative for you and kind of, how that played a role for your decision to pick Tennessee.
It had a big influence on my decision. I feel like the platform is above many other schools. I feel like the platform really will set me up above a lot of other places, kind of giving me the extra leg on opportunities with businesses and companies and stuff like that. So yeah, it was really important to me to kind of know which place for NIL would help me kind of start a step ahead instead of being on ground zero. So for sure, it was really important.
Given the size, the Knoxville market and the strong Tennessee connection there, what made this city, along with the resources there, so attractive versus, places like Chapel Hill, Columbus, Athens, other places like that?
Well, for one, Knoxville has been rated one of the fastest growing cities in the country. So there's a lot of new opportunities of new businesses and just new people coming into Knoxville. And usually when you move into a city like that with a university in it, you'll become a Tennessee fan, or you already are. So having all of those fans and people there and opportunities with businesses being in that right next to your school is really important, because with some other schools, like if it's a little college town, you kind of have to go outside of where your school is. You kind of have to go through the state. So being able to be right in the middle of a city with a ton of resources and a ton of opportunity with businesses is really important.
Talk about, you being, just made this decision 30 days within legislation taking shape for NIL. Talk about, will it be personal branding for you? Is there business branding in your mind? Like, what are you thinking for the future there for you?
Definitely have some form of business branding, kind of creating my brand and using my name to kind of help promote things. I feel like Tennessee has a really good department for that. They've already talked to me with ideas that they have to help kind of promote me, like with nicknames and logos and stuff like that. That'll help kind of create a attention-grabbing type deal with me. So yeah, I feel like Tennessee is doing a really good job with that, trying to help you create your brand that's more enticing for fans and businesses.
Long term, obviously outside of football, after football, what is your plan? What are your goals to build as you get to Knoxville down the road?
Right, for sure. I for sure would like to go to the NFL. That's not something where it's like, if I don't go to the NFL, I'm like, whoa, yeah, what am I going to do? But outside of that, I'd like to be a successful businessman. I want to be able to create connections and opportunities for me after to either own my own business or maybe get into like a real estate thing in Knoxville, kind of own like apartment buildings or something, just stuff like that. I just want to, that's why I like Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee can really help me be successful after football with connections and just like the education I can get from their business school. So all of that's just factored into the decision.
Hey, great stuff, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.